What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm here with my boy Slim. We're at the YCS Las Vegas with our boys Mayo and his team.
Corey Nance and my boy Austin Taylor.
Yes, sir. And the team name?
Team Fafnir, but we registered as Team Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. You guys were the other Ragnarok team. Y'all were getting me. There was two Ragnaroks. I was confused. All right, what were you guys playing this weekend?
We are a team of Voiceless.
You guys were all Voiceless.
Three months ago, we printed out the proxies, and we've been testing for 3 months. So
awesome. And concluded that it can beat fire.
Yes.
It beats fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We played like all fire. I played 2 matches that were not fire. That's it, all day.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go and get to the deck part. Let's see it.
All right. So we got 2 Skull Guardian and 2 Saravis. This is like the very standard ritual lineup now. Pretty much most accepted. 3 Diviner. She's just insane. I think anytime I put this into my deck list, I have a high likelihood of topping. So
hey, that's always good.
Up 3 low. She is awesome. I love this card. She helps you chain block. This deck should never lose to Ash, should never lose to Bell, should never lose to Nib. So I just really love low. Great. And she's level 1. That comes up later. 3 Saphira. Most broken card in the deck, honestly. Really, really nuts. She's a searcher and a ritual spell herself, so she fulfills both requirements. She's great. And then 1 Old Man. He's awesome. And then 1 Trias Hierarchia.
That card's crack.
They're all really great. And then my hand trap lineup, triple Droll and Lockbird, triple Nibiru, and triple Ash. I do not play Imperm. That's just not a card that I personally like. I know that's maybe bad theory, but anytime I play Imperm, it always feels like it doesn't do enough. That's just me personally. So I know the card's great. The card that I played instead ends in the spell lineup. So generally really good cards. And then I played 3 of this. Oddly enough, you think a deck that has so many searches, you would lose to Droll, but a lot of times you draw your opening hand and you're just like, oh, I do not care if they Droll me. And that happens so many times today where they Droll you and you're like, nice -1. Yeah. I'm just gonna end on the same board. So,
same board.
Yep, really good card. And this is partly the reason why that's possible. And then 3 Barrier. Basically turn your big 4100 guy into a towers that can't be targeted. And it's follow-up. A lot of times you can think it's redundant to have 2 on the field, but a lot of times I would put 2 on the field so that it deters them from SPing 1. And if they do SP 1, I have guaranteed follow-up anyway. So getting 2 actually is really nice. Really good card. A change I would have made was playing 3 of this. This card is super cracked. I don't know why I didn't play 3, to be honest, in hindsight. I know the card that I played instead was Talents, so I was playing 1 Talents and 3 of this, but then I was like, I kind of want 2 Talents, man. I want rip hand. When they hand trap me, I want to rip their hand. Which in theory goes really great with the way this deck plays. But it's a mid-range deck, and a lot of times Talents just seem super mediocre in this deck in particular. And then I played 2 Prayers, another cracked ritual spell. I think this is going to be Konami's way of making ritual decks playable in the future, is just making the ritual spells really good. Minios Drytron was insane, and now this one's really, really good. So do that. And then I played Super Poly. This card cooked all day. It's really good against bad players, and against good players, it's not quite as nice, but you can still kind of finagle the game state in a way to make this card strong, and so I would not play it. And then 2 of this. This card, like I said, was very meh in this deck. I think it's good, and it was okay today, but that's kind of the extent of its power level in this particular deck. I think it's just because it's so mid-range, you don't really need a card like this. So it was very meh. And then I played the God card. Holy moly.
If you see it, you see it.
Card's nuts.
Crazy.
Yep, especially this format. Hit Garunix, hit Promethean Princess, all that stuff. And then I think we all kind of share the same sentiment with this card. This card is probably the most skill-based card in the deck. Because you only have 1 copy, and until you get the new spell in Legacy of Destruction, I think it's called, the next set, you have no way to recycle it. So you either have to sit on it to keep recycling your plays and your ritual spell to make Saphira alive, or you use the pop. So if you use the pop too early in a situation where you don't have to, you lose your trap forever. And so timing this card is very, very important. I think that's what separates a lot of mid to bad Voiceless players from the good ones. So there were times where you really want to pop, but you hold it. You know,
just keep holding it.
You hold it and you just keep all your cards in rotation. So this card is really awesome. It does everything the deck wants. It's my favorite card in the deck.
Nice.
And then we'll go on to the extra deck. I know me and Corey played the exact same extra, so 2 Little Knight, 2 Dynamon, and Link Karibo and Anima. So a lot of other not Tri-Trump players.
It was habit. It was a bad habit. You know, you've done. That was your old ritual deck.
Bad habit. I know a lot of other Voiceless players like to play a bunch of like bigger Link packages. Like they like to play Dark or Lina and all these cards. But I never in testing had trouble killing people. You have a 4100 guy, and once you get to the point where like you would like to kill him, even if you don't, the game state is in a situation where you're not losing.
Yeah.
So I will really quickly talk about Dynamon. I do not make this card as much as people, I think, other players make it. I think you only make this card in very edge scenarios. And so, kind of like how I think the trap separates a lot of Voiceless players, I think Dynamon and choosing when to go it also separates a lot of kind of the middling Voiceless players from the good ones. So, do not make this every time. Use Barrier to search the trap. Don't play into Bell. Like, just play safe.
Can I make a point on Dynamon?
Yeah.
He's absolutely right. If I had looked at my opponent's graveyard my last round to see that he had Promethean Princess and not made this, he only had 1 interaction and I had 1 Omni-Negate, but then I set his whole board back up for him, and that's why this is not a first place deck profile.
Oh, because that was the one misplay on your end.
But Austin did great. But
hey,
yeah, so
you got you far.
Yeah. And then Chaos Angel, I never made it today, but in testing it did come up. You can oddly enough make the light and dark one. And then Herald, I sent it like 1 time today. Intis, for obvious reasons, play Diviner. Then I played a bunch of Super Poly targets because
all of them.
Super Poly is 3 in my deck. So Panzer Dragon is a funny one because you can make this against Pure Snake Eyes with Formula and their Savage. This is a really good one. This one is for when like people are trying to play around Super Poly and then they play into Super Poly because you're just playing the At Golem. This is probably the best one against fire because it shuts off like the Promethean Princess and then you play for free. So no Imperms, no Veilers, you just call light, you're good. And then play this one for Branded, and then play this one for mana, random mana, or if they set up the Baron Savage play in Pure Snake Eye. Yep.
I like Panzer Dragon. I haven't seen that card for a while, bro.
I can't believe I topped the YCS with Panzer Dragon.
Yeah, that was the first thing I saw. I haven't seen that card in a minute, bro.
So then for the side deck, we played 3 Phantasme. Corey will agree, this was cracked all day. Really, really cracked. Super funny, in our top 16 match, it got ashed, but unironically, the fact that it got ashed won me the game. Like, it got ashed on his turn, and then I still had it on mine, and I didn't have to play through ash. So like it ate an ash, like that was great. Like unironically, really good. And then I played this. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have a lot to say about it. Duster, I would not play it again. I did it to respect Rescue Ace, but I think if you brought Lab or Rescue Ace to this tournament, you were probably an insane person. So, and then 2 of this. I would play 3 of this. Just entering main phase 1, bam, soul release, just really nice. 3 of this. I think we all know this card's cracked. Super awesome. And then I played 2 of this. I would have played 3. This is very different from the decks I usually like to play. I'm usually very more combo-oriented player. But I think for mid-range control-style decks like Voiceless, cards like these are just stupid, like absolutely dumb. It just totally like changes the complexion of the game, and you don't have to negate anything anymore. So, and then why is this legal still? We don't know.
This flood is awful to go against.
Yes, very stupid. Yeah, that's my deck. Cool.
All right, let's go on the court. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So me and Miles were actually going to play the same deck about like a week before the YCS came up. So I was just going to play that build, but I really missed the Imperms in the main, and I still wanted to keep the Super Polys, and I wasn't really feeling triple tactics, and so I ended up just switching a few cards around.
For sure,
so it's very similar, but just like a few differences. So I'll just go through it pretty quickly. So 3 low. The engine's pretty standard. I played 2 Skull and 2 Saravis. The inner child in me just really wants to put this at 3 because I love this card. I remember negating Widow Anchors back in the beginning of TOS format. I think I might play it for 3 at locals to see how it does.
Now you get to summon it.
Now I get to summon it.
Summon the guy
yeah,
now.
he's been so cracked like the whole day. Played 3 Saphira. She's the most insane Voiceless card in here. Old Man plays around a lot. If you get Drolled or Ash at weird spots, Old Man usually fixes that for you. And then this package, the Diviner helps you get to Chaos Angel or Trias, yeah. It's just, I don't know, it gives a lot of variety to the deck. I played 2 Ritual Spell, 3 Barrier, and 1 Trap. That's standard. 3 pre-prep. This is the most second most insane card, probably equal with Saphira, but the games I did lose was because I kept drawing too many of these fucking things.
Yeah.
If you read my written feature, it'll be him like he drew pre-prep for turn. He drew pre-prep for turn, and like both my ritual spells were either in hand or graveyard, so it'd just be super dead, and then I just couldn't play. So the games I lost were usually seeing this card, but the games I won were because of this card.
Fair. Rather see it than not.
Yeah.
Even if it's in 3.
I played 3 Prosp. I really wanted to play 3 Prosp. I'm a really good big advocate for just playing like straight. If you want to see the card, maximize on it. If you don't want to see the card, put it to 1. I don't think there's really any in between. And then I played 3 Imperm. This card is I love it. It won me a lot of games. Ash in the main and Nib. I think the Imperm Ash Nib was just a super solid hand trap lineup to deal with fire this format. And the Hito line after you Ash them isn't really that big of an issue because they have so much gas anyway that it's 1 extra body doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Super Poly. This was probably one of the best cards in my deck. Just super polying the fireboard to make a Mud Dragon. It protects a lot of your plays. It also helps set up a Chaos Angel randomly. And then Call by the Grave. I love this card. I usually
banned or 3.
I usually just like let all the hand traps go through and set it just so I can negate like a Snake Eye Ash or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then my extra deck is exactly the same as Miles. I agree with the 2 and 2. Sometimes I blow through 1 and then link it off to make Dynamundo. And then the second one will come up usually in that match. Or if I start off with Dynamundo, I'll need to make the second one later on in that same match. And then I never really made these cards, but I remember this sucking up nib tokens is really good.
It's real good.
Chaos Angel, I never made it, but in testing it comes up a lot. Just making a light dark at Chaos Angel usually wins the game on its own. And then I played the same Super Poly package.
And he taught with Panzer Dragon too.
I got a Panzer Dragon top.
Crazy, man.
Same philosophy. I might cut this one. I'm not sure.
Literally doesn't matter.
Literally doesn't matter.
You went with your normal stuff.
Yeah. And then the minor targets. And then my token package.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
My side deck is a little different. I played 3 Cosmics. Yeah, this card was super insane the whole day. Every time I saw it, it felt like it was being really impactful. I played the Harpies. I would play Pendigraph over this card. Never sided it ever. Summon Limit. Our deck plays the best under Summon Limit. If somebody Summon Limits us, it's like I play under it better than you do. So,
You drew it for me.
Thanks. Thanks for flooding yourself.
Yep, and this package, I really loved it. This card helped me see Nibiru's. This card helped me see this card. I noticed that you can't Prosperity for this card, or else they'll start playing around it. They'll start putting Grunix out of the grave and stuff. If you can get rid of Grunix, the matchup's much easier. So I'd probably play 3 of this just because it's really good to hard open, and this card helps you hard open it.
True.
And this card also makes the fire inboard really awkward. Like if they want to go Apo, we can swing over it. If they want to make SP, we can protect from targeting. It protects from Fire Princess. So I really like this card. I didn't know, this is very theoretical going into this, but I'm really happy that I played it. And then I sided the 3 draws. 9 out of my 12 matchups were Fire King. So this is a last minute decision that I made by moving these to the side. And I'm wondering if these should have been in the main, considering that almost 75% of my matches were
The Fire King's night.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You got any shout outs you want to give? I know you get your chance.
Yeah, shout out to Danton and shout out to Scripture Gaming Abraham.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they sponsor me.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
Here's the weird guy.
Yeah, come over to the. You said a weird guy. All right, we're coming. We're sliding. We're sliding. We're sliding.
I have the nude killer version.
All
The
right.
competitive one. I played the spicy fun one.
All right. We like spice.
I know y'all do. Y'all are runic players.
Yeah. I'm a
like
different
me.
kind of runic player, brother.
You're the worst kind.
I'm not. I don't make friends, brother.
You gotta win how you gotta win.
Hey man, that's how you gotta do it nowadays.
I'm gonna start backwards. I'm doing like go second cards first. So
That's
I did
okay.
3 triple attacks. This card was nuts for me today. I wish I had played it a little bit better. The hand rip was crazy, and one of the problems this deck has is sometimes you're like 1 interaction short. This gets you the extra interaction or something else that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
I like the nibs and rolls in the main because it helps do what the same thing the deck's trying to do is just funnel your opponent down into very few moves, and this helps facilitate that. I mean, everyone knows nib imperm's crazy. This is what I chose for my go second stuff. Then typical package of 3 of everything. We got Drytron Diviner the Herald there, but this is the better deck. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Better deck for her. She gets full use. She loves sending this thing. Or you can have this in your hand. When they imperm her, you just tribute it off and then get your low anyway. And the thing people don't really do is they'll send this and then just immediately bring this out. But you have a level 11 Diviner on the field, you can just use it for ritual fodder and save this.
Yeah.
So I did that a lot. Nobody really expected it. Old man is old, and he's a man.
He's the
and
man.
He brings out more blue guys. This weird guy,
Oh,
he's a
I
light
like it.
monster. He has a level, what was that, 8?
8,
so
yeah.
it's good for tributing. Oh, and you can also send 2 cards from your extra deck, which can get you started or get to some other really spicy stuff.
See, that's the spice right there.
I got
Max.
2 of this crazy guy. This dude is nuts. I
He
wish
is.
I was on 2 Seravis, but couldn't fit it in here. There's already 42 cards, and nothing on this card's once per turn. So
It's
that's
great.
kind of nice. Like this plus an old man, like if you can shuffle this back and then get this back out again, you just get to summon, what was it, Solemn Strike? No,
Yeah,
it's warning. Warning
Warning.
twice. I mained this dude because I was really sick of getting triple attacks, because triple attack hurts.
It
If you have
does.
to like stop something before you can stop the triple attack, you're gonna get hurt. This dude just negates the effect though, so it makes their other triple attack in hand dead. And I'll show you some cool stuff with this here in just a second, but in Pendulum Zone, at the end phase, you can add a ritual spell from deck or from graveyard to hand. So if you have one in grave, you add the second one from your deck. That way your trap doesn't have to shuffle back your super poly prevention.
That's actually kind of hot. That's good.
This thing, everyone's terrified of it for a good reason. It funnels their plays. They have to attack your big dude, and I can't tell you how many times my opponent was like, all right, so Lowe's in the graveyard, that guy's at 2050, I'll go to battle phase. And they're like, can I read that? Oh,
snap.
it's still at 41. Oh. And then they go main phase 2. This card was all right. I started citing this out the entire package because I realized that playing into a Fire King board, you cannot.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything. This card does nothing that they're afraid of. Going second. But going first, this sets up a window, and it's also a starter. So it's a go second and a go first card, which this is my replacement for Prosperity.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like playing that because my extra deck is ultra weird. And then pre-preparation of rice.
Same thing.
And 2 prayers, just crazy card. They made us another Drytron-like spell. It's just different in a good in a different way. Call by to 3, please. Radiance is nuts. You want more than one of this, but you can't afford to play more than one. When the new cards come out, this deck's tier like -1,000. It's going to be so stupid. But I play a card in the extra deck to make this a little bit better. And then this card. I was flipping it, and before it was done being flipped, my opponent was sending a Dark Monster because they knew it was about to happen.
You're getting winded.
So
God,
extra
yes.
deck is extra weird, man. I have the 3 cardinal links. I made them all. They're all great. This guy's the best one. I never really missed Link Primo. This sucked a lot of nib tokens. And that felt real
That's how
good.
it do it.
That's your job.
Yeah,
This
suck it up.
is the second trap. So this is a target for Ultimate Slayer, and so is this for like the Snake Eye Fire King deck. And then this will let you put back branded cards. So branded loves when you Maximus them. So you set up Omni Negate, and you send this, you shuffle one back, you negate the other one, so they get nothing.
Yeah.
This guy never came up. It's kind of a flex spot. You can do whatever you want with it, but this will put your trap back into your deck, so you're never really upset losing it.
Yeah.
You can make it too if you want. I never did. This is kind of like the weird guy with Malong. Since there's so many like bricks in the deck and so many cards that play well with each other but not like independently, this can help you like draw a card and then put back some garbage that you didn't really want.
Yeah.
Then we have this terrifying combination of cards.
WinCon. It's a WinCon weird.
The things that Diviner sends sometimes, not often, but breaking boards with this is kind of nice. My opponent anti-spelled me the other day, and I was like, oh,
Normal
here's
summon
that.
Diviner.
And,
Yeah, pop.
they were dead. So for Nadir, you send this, you get your Maximus, and then you send this guy with Bucephalus effect. nice expensive Starlight to send and never use. So you get a +2 off of the well,
Yeah.
+1 overall, but you know what I mean. You can't play without this guy. It just comes up in the weirdest situations when you can't do anything else, and then you win the game because you made that.
Yeah.
This deck cannot handle a Light and Dark Chaos Angel. If it's against you, you should probably just scoop.
Yeah.
Did I beat you once with it, Corey? I think I got it one time. I triple tactic.
The triple
tacked
tactic?
one time.
Oh, one time, eh?
So my Odd Eyes guy doesn't send the clear wing whatever synchro. I summon this guy. So it's just a chump blocker. They kill it. It goes to the Pendulum Zone. That's fine. They don't read anything on this card though. So during main phase, you can special summon.
Yeah, I would have gave up
Way
before
too
you
many
were
Yu-Gi-Oh
sorry.
players, they just, God bless them, they get killed by this. So you special summon that out of the Pendulum Zone, and if you have a dark monster engrave, you stick it on him as a Xyz material. Then he has an effect. You detach the Xyz material, pop 2 monsters with 3k or less attack. And
Which is a
that's
lot of things.
pretty good.
It's a lot of
And then
things.
you overlay this guy.
What,
He just
in God's
attacks
creation?
3 times for 3k, and it doesn't have to be on monsters. So I played this instead of Selene Access Code because I didn't want to play the Charmers.
That's fair. There's the spice. Utah with Odd Eyes Xyzes in your deck.
I summoned it like twice. It was okay.
Hey, if you summoned him once, that's all that matters.
It felt real good.
Oh, yeah.
Also, this is your Xyz target for Ultimate Slayer.
Oh, Slayer, yeah,
You send
yeah.
this, and then if you make this, he's the dark you stick under it.
That's kind of hot. That's hot.
So, yep. Why?
That's
gotta
like
play
my language right there. Floods, man.
It's like I wish I played 3. Like the card was nuts. It came up 2 times. One time it actually cooked a Cash Snake Eye player. That was weird,
That's a weird deck.
but it was fine.
They got him though.
2 Ultimate Slayers that make me look like I have money, but it's actually Miles' money.
Miles has all the money over here.
I make bad financial decisions.
That's why his deck is very shiny and everyone else is half low rarity.
I'm a dad, so I can't be that silly.
Okay.
But these were okay. I liked it. It was a nice flex, but I'm not sure if it would stay or not. It's cool because you can cut 2 engine cards if you're cutting real deep for sides. You can cut 2 engine cards and put these in and then still get to like a ritual spell monster. That's crazy.
It's an Egyptian god
This
card.
card is silly. And then for my last 5, I did these because I was a little bit scared of Labyrinth, but nobody had the big enough balls to actually play it.
No one got far with Lab if
But,
they did.
This could be something else. I only ever was able to fit in like these 4, and so I'd cut like the entire
The deer
the
package.
deer package, and then stick
Put in
these
hand
in
traps.
with 2 cosmics, and sometimes the Ulti Slayers, and then the Soul Release. And that was way better because you cut them off from having the follow up, and that's way better than trying
Yeah.
to play into their board.
True.
And that's the deck, 42 cards.
All right, so your shout outs. Oh, you got some shout outs, yeah?
I'm mainly just shouting out
To the
my
boys?
kids. I'm shouting out my daughter Luna.
Hey.
She gave us the luck to do all this stuff, and shout out these guys.
To
This is
the
craziest
boys.
team on earth.
Yeah.
These guys are
Yeah.
bananas.
Shout out to our teammates, and also shout out to our teammates who aren't here. So Bryce was invaluable in this effort.
Bryce,
Anytime we
Colby.
needed a test, he was there to test with us. Colby, Christian, all our teammates.
And James Conacher for
James
whooping
Conacher,
my
yeah.
ass for a month straight with Fire King
Dude.
before I finally learned how to win.
We had
Hey,
to
there we
lose the
go.
fire a lot before we started beating fire. So
We
Now
played,
look,
like,
y'all
a whole
solved
month.
it, man.
I
You
lost
solved it.
every game but 2 games, not matches, 2 games I won.
Jesus.
also shout out to you guys behind the camera.
Oh, thanks. We
I've known you
appreciate
guys for a long
that.
time, so thanks for the profile.
The dueling grandpas are still here, baby. That's our team name.
Yeah, Grandpa Yugi.
Grandpa Yugi, baby.
Appreciate it. Yeah.